Hi everybody, my name's Katie. Thank you for joining me today on AADL TV. I'm going to be talking today about an easy way to grow sprouts at home. Sprouts like this, that are seeds that have germinated and they've grown very young plants, which we can eat on salads. We can put them in our sandwiches or wraps. They can be a garnish for soup, or you can blend them into your smoothies. So there's lots of different things that you can do with them. They're delicious. They're also nutritious. They have protein and folate, magnesium. They are a rich source of antioxidants, and they are easy to digest and good for your digestive system. So there's many reasons to grow and to eat sprouts. So I'm going to show you everything that you need to get started. The first thing that you will need is going to be some sprouting seeds. So when you're buying seeds, you want to make sure that they're sprouting seeds. They're meant for this, and for whatever reason, they will sprout better than just some seeds that you're meant to plant in the ground. These ones that I have here, this is lentil, sunflower, mung bean, adzuki, and green pea mix. So that's a funky little mix that was put together. And then this one is alfalfa and clover. So a lot of people, when they think of sprouts, think of alfalfa sprouts, and so this is your more sort of traditional sprout. I can show you what they look like. So this is the alfalfa clover. You can see that this one I started on March 23rd, and this one on March 31st. It's now April 5th. The sprouts take 8 to 10 days to fully grow to where you want them to be before you eat them. So this one has been ready for a while, and it's been in my fridge, and I've been eating out of it, and it's very good. This one's got a couple more days to go. You can see it's not quite to the top yet, and these alfalfa sprouts do generally tend to get all the way to the top. You can see this one is, even though I have eaten a few of these. And I also have, these are the lentil, sunflower, mung, adzuki, pea mix that I showed you. This one was started on the 19th, and this has been chilling in my fridge and done for a while. Now I actually had some of this on tomato soup, very delicious, and then this one is still growing. So that's sort of what those look like. You can get these seeds. The ones that I got are from Amazon, from a company called Sprout House. Sprout House also has their own website if you don't want to use Amazon, sprouthouse.com. But then I also was looking around to see if there was anything local to us in Michigan where you could get sprouting seeds, and I found a website, todsseeds.com, out of Wixom, Michigan, where you can get what looks like pretty similar stuff to Sprout House. And then I also found Ferris Organic Farm in Eaton Rapids, and they do bulk sprouting seeds. So if you were interested in getting a little bit more seed, saving a little bit money, you could buy them in bulk from Ferris Organic Farm. I'd say from what I've seen, this was a pound bag of seeds. It was probably full up to here when I started using it, and so these are about $13 to $20 on Amazon, depending on what kind of seed you're using. But then if you buy in bulk, you can get like a 5-pound bag for $13. So, just look around and see what's going to work best for you. One thing that I did find out recently is that these seeds last a pretty long time. I was really into sprouting about 6 years ago when I got all my stuff initially, and then I had put it all away, and I actually kind of forgot about it, and I was buying sprouts at the store, and then I remembered I had all these seeds and thought, well, it's been a really long time, so I don't know if they're necessarily still gonna work after sitting in my closet for so long, but they did. They're working great, so I just kept them in a cool, dry place, and 6 years later, still sprouting. So that is good to know. These little bags that I got did come from like a sample bag, so I got a bunch of different little ones so I could figure out which ones I liked best. And it turns out I do really like alfalfa sprouts quite a bit. So then let's see what else we need. We need a container to grow our sprouts in. So today we're going to be using a mason jar, but you can get one of these. This is a sprouter, and just lay your sprouts flat in here and you water it, and it works. It totally does, but I feel like it takes up a little bit of room on the counter, and I don't know. I thought it was kind of bulky. It's $36 on Amazon. It does work, but so does a mason jar. So that's what we're gonna do, and that's what I've been doing. I've got my mason jar here. I have here a piece of screen. This is just window screen I found in my basement, and I cut out a square of it. We're gonna use it to drain the water from our mason jars. So you could use anything that was porous, like if you have cheesecloth, that might work. But if you don't have anything like that, you can just sort of drain it like that through your fingers. So it's not totally necessary. It's just pretty useful. And then you'll need something to label your jars with. I use Post-it tape. I think it's magical. I love it. It's sticky on one side, you write on the other side, but it's not like super sticky, so it doesn't leave a residue on your jar. But it's sticky enough so that if you get it wet or something, it's not gonna come off. I just could talk about the magical uses of Post-it tape for a while. It's really good stuff. And then we're gonna need some water. So I'm just gonna go ahead and show you how to get started, and then how to rinse your sprouts once they're going. So I'm going to take my mason jar, and I am going to actually choose a different kind of seed since I have plenty of my lentil, sunflower, mung, zucchini, pea sprouts, and alfalfa sprouts right now. I am going to start a jar of broccoli, alfalfa, radish, and clover. So it's really, really similar to the other alfalfa that I'm growing. It's just a little bit different. So take your seeds, and I've got a tablespoon measure. I'm just going to get about a tablespoon. All right. I'll put it in the jar. All right. So I got my seeds in there, and now you just add water. So get that filled up to the top. I'm going to put my screen on top. And then this part, you want to just make sure you press down really hard. It can be a little bit difficult to get that screwed on securely, but it looks like I've got it. You can see there that I've got my screen on there. My little seeds are soaking now. And so the first time that you fill your mason jar with water, you're going to leave this for 8 to 10 hours. So usually just do it at night, leave it overnight, and then in the morning, you're just going to empty the water out. And then just let it sit. And you water these twice a day. So once you've got your initial soak done, that later that day, you're going to want to rinse them. And so you rinse them. I rinse mine like right after dinner, and then again in the morning when I wake up. And so that seems to be a good schedule for my sprouts. It's working well. But I will just show you how you go about rinsing them. So let's see, this is my alfalfa clover that is still growing. So it needs a good rinse for today. And so I just pour my water in. And I do normally do this at the sink, but it's not really easy to film there. So fill this up to the top and make sure everybody gets good and covered with water there. And then I've got this bowl, and I'm just going to rinse it out. And you just want to make sure that you get all the water out, and sometimes you might need to just shake it back and forth a little bit because the sprouts can block your openings on your screen or whatever you're using. Just make sure you get that out. You just don't want to make sure that you don't have any standing water in the bottom. Can cause your sprouts to go bad. So you don't want that. But just make sure I got all of this water out, and then you're good. I keep mine actually on the dish drying rack in my sink, just like this, upside down. And so you can see the water kind of drips out of there throughout the day. But, you know, if you don't have a dish drying rack, you don't have room for that, you can just set this right on your counter. And so it takes up very little space compared to the other sprouter. And you will have sprouts ready to eat in about 8 to 10 days. I am really enjoying having a little bit of green freshness to eat at home, and I hope that you give this a shot and that you enjoy it too. Thank you very much for joining me today to talk about sprouts on AADL TV, and we'll see you soon. Bye.